Hello friends, hope you all are fine at your place. Today we are here with another chapter from the book Flamingo, that is Indigo by Louis Fisher. As the name suggests, indigo, the title is very important whenever we are doing any chapter. And here the title is very simple. Indigo, we all know it's a crop, it is harvested. And if we talk about Louis Fisher, when he wrote this indigo, actually this chapter is an extract from his famous book, The Life of Mahatma Gandhi. Louis Fisher, he personally met Gandhiji and he came to know about so many things that happened in the life of Mahatma Gandhi. It is described even in the beginning of this chapter. Louis Fisher, he gives us this information that he met Gandhiji in his ashram, and there he told him about the Champaran episode. And in this chapter, we will come to know about what happened in Champaran. To understand this chapter, because it is not like that some story is going on and it's just a fairy tale. No. This chapter Indigo highlights the sufferings of the peasants of Champaran district. What all through they went, what all happened in their life, it is described here, and how Gandhiji was the sole representative for the peasants. The story started when there was a formal assembly of the National Congress in Lucknow. To understand this chapter, I have formed a kind of flow chart just to remember this story. By understanding different places, you will be able to understand what all happened in the story, what were the important events that took place in the story Indigo. So it starts from Lucknow. Lucknow, as I told you, formal meeting was there and Gandhiji went there. Gandhiji is the main character here in this story, because as I told you, the story revolves around Gandhiji, how he helped the peasants of Champaran. Now another character, Rajkumar Shukla. He was among the peasants. He went to meet Gandhiji in Lucknow. And here in Lucknow, he requested Gandhiji to visit his place Champaran, and he told everything about Champaran, how the peasants were suffering because of the British landlords. Not just this happened, this Rajkumar Shukla, he spent time with Gandhiji, because Gandhiji was already occupied with so many things and he had to visit many places. Gandhiji went to Ahmedabad, then Calcutta, and in between, Gandhiji told Rajkumar Shukla to meet him in Calcutta, and from Calcutta they would go to Champaran. Now we all are aware that now we don't say Calcutta, it is now Kolkata. But when this story was written, it was mentioned there Calcutta. From Calcutta, Rajkumar Shukla and Gandhiji went to Patna because they need to go to Champaran. So first they went to Patna. Rajkumar Shukla gave all the required information about the peasants, how they were treated by the landlords, and then when Gandhiji went to Patna, some lawyers came to him. Lawyers who were there for the peasants, even court cases were there. When they had a discussion with Gandhiji, Gandhiji came to know that the peasants were even exploited because they were even charged heavy for the court cases. And why the court cases? The incident was that the British landlords, they forced the peasants for harvesting indigo on the 15% of their land holdings, and then they have to submit the entire harvest crop as rent to the landlords. But later on, Germany, they developed synthetic indigo, and then the landlords, they wanted compensation to free them from that 15% of land holdings. And then few of the peasants, they accepted, they signed the contract, and few went to the court. But later on, when the peasants came to know about this fact, about that synthetic indigo, then they revolted and they wanted their money back. During that time period, Gandhiji arrived, and from Patna, first he went to Muzaffarpur. Why to Muzaffarpur? To collect the required information about the peasants, the condition of the peasants that was there at that time. And even many lawyers also helped Gandhiji in this Champaran movement. From Muzaffarpur, Gandhiji came to Champaran. Gandhiji was kind of figure, although he was an outsider. Why? Because he didn't know anything about Champaran. He heard this word for the first time. But still, Gandhiji had those leadership qualities so that he can do something for the peasants who were suffering because of the British landlords. And then, when Gandhiji came forward to help them, there were so many officials, authorities who tried to escape, and they were not even ready to give him the required information. That was the secretary of the Landlords Association. They said, you are an outsider, and how we can give you the information? Even other person, that was the commissioner of Tirhut division, he told Gandhiji to leave that place. And when Gandhiji refused, he was summoned. But Gandhiji, he had all the qualities of a leader: full enthusiasm, firm determination, strong willpower to do something for the sufferers. And here Gandhiji wrote that I will not leave the place, as the summons were there. Court case started. Gandhiji instructed Rajendra Prasad, who was lawyer at that time, and he came with so many people when there was hearing in the court, and a large crowd was there. So many people were there. Even the officials were surprised, and they could not control the crowd without the help of Gandhiji. And even the judgment was not given. Gandhiji was allowed to go. He was not locked behind the bars. And later on, with the passage of time, one day a letter, official letter came, and it was informed that the case was dropped by the Lieutenant Governor. All this thing happened, but can you imagine how it happened? It was all because of the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. And then when the lawyers even realized that a person who is not concerned with this issue, who is an outsider, he came to our place and he is ready to sacrifice his own life, then what about us? It is our duty too, and that is the reason the lawyers, they all decided to help Gandhiji in this movement. And later on, with the help of those lawyers and thousands of peasants, they all came together for this movement, and all the information, important facts were gathered about that Champaran movement, and when information was gathered, the higher authorities came to know about this thing, and when all the investigation was done, then it was found that the landlords were guilty. And then a compromise was done. There was a meeting held, and before that 3-4 times Mahatma Gandhi met the Lieutenant Governor. Because Mahatma Gandhi was just not an ordinary person. He had the legal knowledge. He was well aware of the legal facts. And he was the sole representative who was standing for those peasants. And then it was decided that refund is required. But Gandhiji here, another important thing to understand, that Gandhiji just asked for 50% of refund. The landlords were thinking that Gandhiji would ask the full refund, but Gandhiji was smart enough. He just asked about 50%, and then the landlords were not ready for that thing. They told that they could give only 25% of refund to the peasants. And to their utter surprise, Mahatma Gandhi agreed. Because the landlords thought that Mahatma would not agree on this issue and this thing will continue. But when Gandhiji accepted, the reason was, for Gandhiji, the refund amount was not important. What was important? That the fear in the hearts of the peasants for the British landlords, it is required to uproot that fear that was hidden in the hearts of the peasants. And this was the very first time when Gandhiji, not just Gandhiji, under the leadership of Gandhiji, all the peasants, they came all together and they raised their voice against the British landlords, and it was just a beginning of a new era. Gandhiji was a character who just created Indians who could stand on their own feet, who could raise their voices for their own benefits. And such thing didn't happen earlier. So this Champaran episode was even a turning point in the life of Mahatma Gandhi. And from here, the struggle for independence, the struggle for freedom, the struggle for own self just started. It was just the beginning. After that, this Champaran episode of the peasants, their problem was solved, and within few years, the landlords, they left that place and the sole authority came into the hands of the peasants. And then Mahatma Gandhi even realized that the social condition, the cultural economic condition of the peasants over there in Champaran was not up to the mark. Why? No proper hygiene, health, no proper education was there in those villages. Then again Mahatma Gandhi came forward, and then so many people also accompanied him to improve the social economic condition of the peasants over there. He even asked the teachers to volunteer, to come there and teach. And many schools, primary schools were opened there. Even his own disciples, Mahadev, they came along with other people. Plus Kasturba Gandhiji, she was also there along with her son to help Gandhiji so that he can improve the conditions of the peasants, not just about hygiene, community sanitation, personal health, also about education. And in this way, development started. All the efforts done by Gandhiji with the help of the people was for the betterment, for the upliftment of the people. And one more important fact that is very important in this chapter, that is related to Charles Andrews. This is another character here. Charles Andrews was a pacifist and he was a devoted follower of Mahatma Gandhi. Many people, many persons who were helping Gandhiji, they wanted that Charles Andrews should help them for this struggle. But then Gandhiji refused. Even Charles Andrews was ready for this thing. But then here also, as the chapter comes to an end, the most important thing is mentioned here, and that is self-reliance. Gandhiji told them it is required that one should come forward. One should be self-reliant. We need not depend on others for our own sake. It is required that each and every individual should take that initiative so that change takes place. And that is what explained by Gandhiji, and this lesson was not just for the people of Champaran, this lesson is for the entire community, for the entire country, for all the citizens of India, and that is what you have to be self-dependent, self-reliant. Don't expect that somebody will come and he will do a magic for you and things will be done for you. No. The need of the hour is that we need to take stand. We need to come forward. And when we will take a step forward, then it is automatically you will find that you will have so many people all around you to help you. But the first initiative, it is important that the first initiative you have to take it yourself. And this is what explained in this chapter by Louis Fisher and the different places. You can remember this chapter, all the incident. I told you Gandhiji went to Lucknow, then Ahmedabad, Calcutta, he moved to Patna, Muzaffarpur. Why? For the benefit of the people. He went to Champaran, and then from Champaran he went to Motihari. Motihari is the capital of Champaran. He went there to Motihari when Gandhiji was told to leave that place. See, hurdles were there, obstacles were there in the way of Mahatma Gandhi, but this is the speciality, or I should say uniqueness in Mahatma Gandhi. Because of so many hurdles all around, he tried to move forward and he achieved his target, his goal. He wanted to free the burden of the peasants of Champaran, and he did that. So in a way, Mahatma Gandhi is a model for all of us, so that we Indians should understand the qualities that are required for a good leader. And this is all about this chapter. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe and press the bell icon. Thank you so much.